I think that the most valuable thing in this world is knowledge and being able to pass on wisdom to younger people, because we get born into this world and we know absolutely nothing about it, and we kind of just have to find our way. And today I wanted to make a video about things that I've learned in my 20s so far, because I feel like, getting into your 20s, coming out of being a teenager is just so daunting because, you know, it's time to get serious and there's just so much expectation about what it should or shouldn't be. But anyways, these are 10 things that I wrote down last night when I had the idea to make this video, and hopefully take something good from it. The first one is nobody is coming to save you, and you need to make stuff happen for yourself. I had this idea when I was a young teenager that someone was going to discover me or offer me a job or be like, wow, you're so this, can you do this for me, and blah blah blah. Don't know why. I just kind of, I saw it in movies or whatever. But basically, no one is going to come and save you. No one's going to do things for you, or, they're not going to go out of their way to make your life better, because everyone in their 20s is so focused on their own lives, unless you have children, of course. But you have to take the initiative to do things for yourself, for your future self. I'll get to that in a second. But it's so important to take charge of your life during this time, during this transition. Number 2 is that you might need to cut people out who refuse to grow up. This one's it's a really awful realization that I've only just come to recently, is that you have people in your life, that you're growing up with, that you're making this transition with, or maybe you're doing it by yourself. But there might come a time when you're looking around at the people that you're surrounded by, or one particular person, and you kind of just realize that they're still stuck in this kind of immature mindset in some way or another, kind of trying to extend the teenage years. And that's, if you're at that place too, you guys have fun, But sometimes you might find yourself needing to cut these people out because they're kind of not choosing to get better, not choosing to change when you are. This dead weight can hold you back, and it can be really upsetting. But you can't keep living like you're 17 years old. That's just something that you need to learn and realize when you get older. Number 3 is doing things for future you. Doing things for your future self is your new best friend. It's your new favorite thing, okay? Seriously, it's changed my life. It's such an effortless act of self-love as well, it's not like you need to really love yourself to perform this act of self-love. So say, for example, I know that I really enjoy having a nice made bed. So in the morning, I'm pretty slack with it these days, but if I make my bed, I know that future me is going to be really happy about it. And in a more productive sense, today I had to get some art supplies, and I was putting it off, and I was like, I'll just do it tomorrow. But then I thought, I've got nothing on tomorrow, so I can have a chill day tomorrow. And on my chill day, I don't want to be having to, get ready and go out and get art supplies. So I did it today to benefit my future self. You can do this with all sorts of things, but it's a really helpful thing. Number 4 is to spend time with your family, if you can. I know not everyone can, and that's, take everything I say with, I want to say a grain of salt, but that's not really. Just look, I know that not all of these things are going to apply to everyone, but there might be something. But anyways, spending time with your family. Look, I mean, as a teenager, it's so easy to just not want to spend time with your family and, just spend heaps of time in your room. I know I did. But my family, even though some of us are very different personality wise, and sometimes it can be really hard to accept, things that they do or say, but they always have my back. Always, always, always will have my back. I always have a shoulder to cry on. I always have somebody to talk to, somebody to go have a cup of tea or coffee with. It's very important to just keep that relationship alive, and not kind of let it dwindle because you've moved away, or, you're going to uni or whatever. Family's just really important. If you don't have family, family could be friends for you. And if you've got really good friends, lifelong friends, cousins even, it's really important to have a support system. And, if you're able to have an inner support system if you don't have family or friends. Number 5 is making close friends is harder / you might have a lot of surface level friends. This might just be something that is applicable to me because, I don't have a lot of close friends. I think it's because I have a hard time opening up because of, I've been hurt. I've been hurt a lot in the past. So I'm a bit closed off now. So that's probably just a me thing, but I find it really difficult to make friends in my 20s because everyone's so busy. Everyone's got stuff that they're doing. Everyone's already got friends, they don't have time for you, and it sucks. It really sucks. I know that it's something that kind of, it comes and goes. It's like romantic relationships, you're in one and then you're not, it's part of that roller coaster of life. But I find that it's definitely harder because you're not sort of surrounded by people all day. Your social bubble is expanded into the whole region that you live in, with social media it makes it easier but sort of harder at the same time, but that's a whole other thing. But yeah, making friends is hard. Number 6 is that you're forced to look at yourself and change. This kind of goes back to the needing to cut people off, or maybe needing to cut people off because they won't grow up. But this is more applicable to yourself. So when you hit your 20s, you're sort of you're responsible for yourself and everything that's going on in your life. So, that includes your mental health and learning how to look after yourself. And it's so hard. It's astronomically hard to be self-reflective, especially if you've just never done that or never been taught that self-love, all of that sort of stuff. I was really lucky, because I hit rock bottom, and it was rock bottom that made me pick myself up and get myself to a better place. But you might find that all of the trauma that you've been through, or just mental patterns, family patterns, living in a house, maybe your house is always messy, or maybe maybe you never cleaned up after yourself. These are things that you're going to have to change and have to learn in order to just be a part of society, but be better for yourself most of all, and the people that you love as well. It's definitely, it's a hard thing. It's a hard thing to do. But sort of self-reflecting and changing for the better, to have a better quality of life, and especially for your future self, it's so important. I mean, these things I might not even think of them as important in 10 years' time. But right now, to me, changing and being a better person is something that I've avoided for my whole life. So, I'd rather just get it out of the way now. I'd advise you to do the same thing. So the next one, number 7, is knowledge is power. Never stop learning new things. That kind of speaks for itself. Knowledge is power. Once you get out of college, you're like, okay, I'm just going to 9 to 5 it every day for the rest of my life. No. So, look, it doesn't matter what it is. Just keep learning things, Your brain, that's what it does. It learns things, like constantly learning. It could be learning from your environment, taking up courses, doing new things. YouTube, isn't it, like, I can't even express enough how amazing YouTube is for learning things. You could watch a documentary on flowers and start learning about flowers. I don't know, just anything that pictured fancy. Like, we've literally got like everything that we could possibly need to know at our fingertips constantly. So just keep learning things, because you might find things you might find things that you genuinely enjoy and that you never thought that you would. So it's very helpful to just, keep exploring the world. There's no harm in that. Number 8 is anything is possible when you have hope. Reflecting back on my life, the one thing that got me through every awful situation that I've been in is hope, is knowing that things were going to get better. If you have hope, you can get through literally anything. It's honestly, like, personally, like, one of my strongest personality traits is that I just have unrelenting, like, I don't even know if that's the right word, but like unbreakable hope. No matter what, I just always know that things are going to get better. Even when I feel completely hopeless and I just don't want to be alive, deep inside of me, there's always that hope. Always. And if you can find that within yourself, something that, a better life, just whatever, hold on to that and never ever let go, okay? Number 9 is real love is beyond the physical body, and everyone deserves to feel it. The idea of love in my head when I was younger was that it was very much like based around lust and just very like surface level things. Do we like the same things? Yeah, but do we like each other like on a deeper level? It's like, it's very energetic. It's like on an energetic level. It's not like, you could love the same things, but can you talk about them for hours? Would you take a bullet for this person and not even think about anything else? Like, it's so hard to explain, but I feel like I've experienced real love, and I feel like everyone deserves to feel that and to know what it is. But I wrote this down thinking that I'd be able to explain it, but I just can't. Look, if you can't find this externally, find it internally, because unconditional love is just such a powerful thing, powerful emotion. It's honestly just so beautiful. Like, I don't know what else to say. Like, it's just great. And the last one, number 10, is that everything around you is a reflection of who you are. So when I say this, okay, basically, like, from birth, your perception of the world around you is completely built off of who you are and your experiences inside of your body. Therefore, you know, if you have a problem with a person, if you don't like someone, or if you love someone, if you're jealous of somebody, or if you hate somebody, you'll be able to find those things in yourself in some way or another. You know, they might not be parts of you that you express, but they're things that are inside of you, if that makes sense. So when we look at other people, the way that other people sort of interact with the world, kind of like seeing from our perspective, we can help understand ourselves better. The things that we want, you know, when we're jealous of somebody, those are things that we want. How can you give that to yourself? When we see things we hate in somebody, you think, what parts of myself express in that way? Where does that come from? And, you know, using that to reinforce your own values and virtues, and to sort of not express those as a person that you want to be. So using the world around you and these reflections is something that can help you shape yourself. Instead of being frustrated and angry with everything around you, to use it to your own advantage, because even though we're like completely surrounded by people, you know, you are alone in this world. Like, of course, everyone has, like, you know, there's so many. That's not what I mean. Okay. Look, you're inside your body. You can't go into somebody else's body. You may as well just make it the best time that you can, okay? You know, do the things that you love. These are just like bonus things that I've learned. Do the things that you love. Do the things that excite you. Follow the things that ignite a spark within your body. You know, you're only going to be in your 20s once. And I think that this is, you know, huge expectation of it to be like the best time, and you're going to, you know, do all these things. And look, like, it's great. Being in your 20s is amazing. Of course, you're going to have to work hard, you know, everyone does. Because, you know, you want to be able to enjoy the fruits of your labor when you're in your 30s. But yeah, I've lost my train of thought, so I'm gonna leave it there. But I really hope you enjoyed. I hope that you found something useful, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.